Hey, and welcome back, everybody. We're on our final set of Series 9 2025 Series 9 Kusnick Museum Hot Packs, which usually means there should be 10 more packs in here. Typically get 40 packs per order. 3, 5, 7, and might be one bonus pack there. It looks like 11. Let's get to it. I always leave a link to Josh's page down below. Jason Tyner starts us off. Typically get one rookie card, one Hall of Fame card, and at least one hit per pack. Jeremy Giambi. Jason Dewey. I don't know, Dewey. Does he? Chris Wimmer. Jim Pitsley. Wilson Alvarez. He the no-hitter. Vince Genna Stadium. Here's the hit for this one. John Parrish. Don't call me Lance. Remember last week we actually did get Lance Parrish's son, who was a catcher. John can't be Lance Parrish's son too. Doesn't say there, but wouldn't be surprising after what we did last week. Demetrius Heathbar, Tony Blanco, Ronnie Stump Merrill, Chipper Jones, they call him Chipper, Edgar Martinez, Hall of Famer, ×2, Jason Ingenhausen, Stacy the King from Oklahoma, right? Yep. There's Brian McKay from Bradenton, Florida. Tom Glavine, Hall of Famer. Marty drives a Cordova. Rich Corinthian leather. Barry Bonds just now getting on the juice there. 96. Don't think he got on the juice until 99, actually. Wilson Alvarez. Just my opinion. Steve Avery. Met him last year. Nice guy. Very fan-friendly. Paul Molitor, the Spark Plug Hall of Famer. To Dare Greatly, Theodore Roosevelt. Chris Carpenter. No, not that Chris Carpenter. The other Chris Carpenter. No, not the pitcher, the other pitcher. Greg Jeffries. Willie Smith. Gil Michi. Willie Stargell Martinez here. Sticky Stick. Luis Rivera, Ruben Rivera, like I said last week, I think he's the one that stole Jeter's glove. Aramis Ramirez had a pretty decent career. Mel Parnell, longtime pitching coach, I believe. Greatest southpaw to pitch for the Boston Red Sox since Babe Ruth. 25-7, 49. Wow. And he stole, I'm pretty sure that's him, but I don't want to accuse him of any wrongdoing. Jimmy Haynes. Bruce Ruffin stole Jeter's glove and batting glove and tried to sell him maybe a bat. Dykstra nails Jason Beret. Kevin Coughlin, we don't like him at all. Glenn Davis. There's McGuire right up front. 97 stats. Highlights. 52 home runs. He's about on his way to hit 70 the following year. Jack Wilson, great player there. Team heroes, you know it. Ichiro, love him. Chef, Ken Seiko, two guys on the cusp of the Hall of Fame. Scott Leas tagging out Reggie Sanders there. Interleague's spring training game. Harold, Hall of Fame Baines with a donut on his bat. RJ, Hall of Famer. Sean Dunston, great arm. Carlos Baerga. Jay Buhner, traded him for Phelps. Henry Rodriguez. Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer. Tony Phillips, Steve, Paris, France. First up, he looks like Max Scherzer a little bit. Sid, I got a request out to him out in Hawaii. It's been out a while. Pete Martinez, look at that form. That's beautiful. Chris Benson, first overall pick. Career didn't go as planned. Curb. Joe Carter, he'll make the Hall of Fame someday. Homer Bush, aptly named. Baseball's in his blood. Jose Silva. Johnny Damon, nice Royals top prospect. There's another Ruben Rivera card. Greg Jeffries wearing Max uniform. Chad Curtis. Wow, you don't need one of him, let alone three. Please. You're Sheffield. Fritz Peterson, we got this last week. Same card, same autograph. Baseball grade swell. And that's pretty cool. Dwight Smith, Cubs legend. Andres Baruman. Bryn Smith, he'll sign that. That is bad, a rare bad photograph on a Stadium Club card. Those are usually just perfect. Miguel Tejada got his autograph. Looks like a line. Adrian Gonzalez, what a hitter he was. Kenny Kelly. That's not a real good name. Why did his parents do that? Brett Saberhagen. Saves wings. Del Garno. Jeff Kent. He may make the Hall of Fame. And there's El Cid again. Tony Gwynn. Beautiful card here. Die cut shimmer. Holographics. That's pretty cool. Mark Gray, Sammy Sosa. That's a cool card. Double Trouble. First time I've seen that. Tyrus Raymond Cobb. Josh Hamilton here in the minor leagues. Stud. That is a 2000 card. That's the in 99, I believe he was the South Atlantic League co-MVP with J.R. House. Smoltz, Hall of Famer Brandon Phillips right there. How about that? Long time Cincinnati Red on the Expos there. Gulf Coast League Expos. Did they trade from the Expos to the Reds? I guess they did. Don Drysdale, he's going to buzz you right just for looking at his card. Dennis El Presidente Martinez, Hoyt Knuckleball Wilhelm, Johnny Bench, the greatest catcher of all time. Not opinion, fact. Scott Hemmond, Jeff Tackett, Orlando Merced. I used to like him. Luis Polonia. Jeff Bagwell, Wes Helms, he'll sign that. Mike Leko Mike Gallego. And he's tagging John Ray Sanchez, Jack Clark from New Brighton High School, New Brighton, PA. It's a little sticky stick here. Sometimes these Fleer Ultra Glossy and Stadium Clubs stick together. That's really stuck. Albert Joey Bell, probably a foreign substance, probably his own spit. Sticking those two cards together. Mike Boddicker and Randy Milligan. Remember when he was a prospect for the Orioles? We have to hustle through these final 6 packs or so. Jordan Adams on the 2024. Marcus Simeon, Jesus Sanchez, Jake McCarthy, Jonathan Ornalis, Bo Bichette, nice. John Berti, Jared Kelenic, he played in Charleston for a while. Brewers system. Single A ball. There he is, West Virginia Power, 2019. Had a really good season. They moved him up pretty quickly. Just in time, Justin Turner, Odalis Perez. But don't fall off there, John. Don't call me Lance Parrish. All right. Jose Miranda writes, Chris, there's a sale at Kmart. Jackson, let's call the wolf. Let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet. Wade Miley, AJ Winterminter, Lance Lynn, Kyle Isabel, Connor Phillips, rookie card. Texas Core comes up big. Kyle Seeger. Irving Lopez. That's Corey Seager. Jeff King, first overall pick. Yeah. J. Peyton Manning. Danny Perez. Mike Fetters. Mariano Rivera. Duncan. Charlie Todd Hayes. Greg OPT right there. Damon found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Brandon Cromer. Russ Davis, we just got him back recently. But that's a nice card right there on the action pack. Need to get some ink on that bad boy. Here's some 89 Fleer, one of my favorite sets. Jerry Reed, Eastbound and Down. Mike John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And there's Bob Patterson. We've never sent to Bob Patterson a pirate, a free signer, a willing signer. And I've got many, many cards of him. Why haven't I sent to him before? I don't know. It's a mystery. Brant Brown. Rico Cardi on the 65 Rookie Trophy Cup. That's really cool. Bobby Chouinard. Luke Pokapek. Like to buy a Val. Mike Sweeney and Pat Burrell. Let's put Rico Cardi up there. Why not? Rico Suave. Rico Suave is now a preacher in Ashland, Kentucky. Sammy Sosa. 2000 opening day, 20 homers in June 1998. Miguel Cabrera? Wait, that's not the same Miguel Cabrera. Although he did play shortstop. That's got to be an error card. Let me check that out. Because he was with the Marlins. Tim Salmon, Jeff Cirillo, Quilvio Veras, Omar Vizquel doing what he does best, Alex Rodriguez, Troy, General Patton. Right there with the first edition Astros rookie card, upper deck. Fritz, Steve, move you back there. Another hit here, Tony Torquato. I think that's live ink. Yep, autograph card from T. Best. All right, there's Kerry Wood early in his superb Cubs legend career. Second year card. George Brett from Glendale, West Virginia. Always have to see if it says right there, Glendale, West Virginia. A town of literally about 2,000 people when he was there. About 1,700 now. Tom Thompson, and the home of Meyerhead's Cards. Rich Dower, Todd Cruz, and Ken Reitz. Meyerhead's Cards grew up there. Kyle Hawthorne, Brent Horde, Grant Balfour. He made the big leagues, I believe. Jason Dobis, Michael Restovich. Now, wait a minute. No, that's not the guy I know. Mike Restovich, I believe. Stephen LaRude, Don Knott, David Need on the Score 95 Shimmer Glimmer. Give me some pepper. That's a wild looking card. Jose Blame It on Rio and the King of Spades. Johan Santana. Canseco on the King of Hearts. You playing with the King of Hearts? You know it ain't really smart. Andor Cedeno. Chipper Jones on the 91 Best Minor League card. Barry Zito, he of the tremendous curveball. And Paul LaDuca. Two more packs, including one big. This is thick as well. Dominic Reach, Cy Young on the Boston Pilgrims. Buck Leonard. Richie Dick Allen on the 64 Rookie Stars Archives card. That's pretty cool. Johnny Padres gave up Clemente's first hit. Ted Williams on the 58. I used to have that card. Robert Keppel. John Itzhak Perlman. Ron Perlman, who played Beauty and the Beast. John, don't call me Ron Perlman. Ken Holtzman. Luis Aparicio. Rocky Colavito, he of the great arm out there in right field. Babe Ruth, the greatest baseball player of all time. Roger Maris. Show that 60 home run. See, yep, 61. Are those Hall of Fame stats? Harvey Keene? I've always said no to Roger Maris. Ted Williams. And I'm an inclusive guy. You know I am. I want everybody in there. I've always said no to Maris, though. He's very, very close. Jim Bunning. And now that his home run record is no longer, Rod Carew, what a hitter he was. Walter Johnson, perhaps the greatest right-handed pitcher of all time. Delgado, very nice card there on the Topps gallery. David Justice. Roger Craig, he used to be a great signer when he was living. There's John Patterson. Wonder if he's related to Bob. I've never sent to John either, so they are related in some way anyway. Let's finish this pack, shall we? Raleigh Fingers from Steubenville, Ohio. 40 minutes from old Meyerhead's Cards. Dave Winfield. Jackson Million. Artie Wilson. George Kell got his autograph in person back in, oh boy, 91, I'm guessing. 1991. Brooks Robinson. It was him. Pete Rose. Johnny Mize. Let me think if Johnny Mize may have been there. Thurman Munson. Pete Rose. Kent DeColvey, Rod Woodson, George Kell. Got all those guys' autographs. DeColvey and Woodson were free. Anywho, out of my personal life, here's some facts for you. we'll just hammer on about Meyerhead's Cards Young Life. How about that? So that's it. What'd you think? Let me know down below. As always, I always leave a link to Josh's page. Go over there and join the page. You don't have to buy hot packs, of course. Just go over there and join up and get involved. See what's going on. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that before heading over there. And if you missed the last week's video when we went through some hot packs, I'll leave a link to that video right there. But thanks for being with me today, and we'll see you soon.